Welcome back, everyone. I got some newbies here, and I love having my newbies on because they get a little nervous, and I do too. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. I have with me Jacob Fleming and Robert Monroe, and they are with Fleming and Monroe Law. Welcome to the show. You have to tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and what you do, but you got to get it right on those mics. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my name is Jacob Fleming. I'm a Arizona native, and I am co-owner of the law firm Fleming and Monroe. We're your Southeast Valley community law firm where we focus on estate planning and personal injury.
And okay, I want to do something really quickly because I have to do this, right? One of the things that I saw on your website that you were all about was that you are like to make yourselves like a neighborhood law firm. Though you told me before you came on the show that you work valley-wide. So, but even though you work valley-wide, you like to treat everybody like you're within their neighborhood, right? So let's talk a little bit about that real quick.
Absolutely. So we both are East Valley residents, and we're both Arizona natives. We have lived here our entire lives, and we like to make everyone feel when they come in that they're welcome, that they're like our neighbors, but we will serve anyone in the valley. In fact, we just settled a personal injury case, although today we're talking mostly about estate planning, but for someone who lives in the very far West Valley, and we're able to get that settled for them.
But they're treated just the same as if they're right in their own little neighborhood. They like to make sure that people know that. Now, today you said you wanted to talk a little bit about estate planning. A lot of people like to talk about that because a lot of people like to put their heads in the sands with it, and it's so important that they do. Why do people need an estate plan?
So an estate plan is crucial for planning to protect your family when you die. And not only just when you die, but when you get to a point in your life when healthcare decisions are difficult or financial decisions are difficult because you have dementia like the individual before us was talking about, or you become incapacitated due to some injury. Having an estate plan in place makes sure that you're taken care of and your family's taken care of in those unfortunate events.
So what is included with that? Go ahead.
So a typical estate plan, everybody's unique. I will put that out there. Everyone has their unique needs, but generally speaking, a complete estate plan includes powers of attorney. So you have a durable financial power of attorney, you have a healthcare power of attorney, you can have a mental health care power of attorney, and then it includes a living will, which is also known as a medical directive. And then depending on your situation, it also includes a will, a last will and testament, and or a trust, a living trust.
Now we're going to open up the lines to the audience, if that's okay with you, because we're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show because they want to enter everyone in to win a will. Not the trust, we want to get that out. That is just the will. Some people don't need both, and that's why but everyone needs a will, right?
Correct, yeah.
So we've got our lines open here, and I'm going to let everyone call to get entered in to win this. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in. Everyone's getting entered in to win. It's a will. Everybody needs one. I don't care if you're married or not. If you're 18 years old on up, you really need a will, right? Do you agree?
Absolutely. No, and especially if you have minor children, because you don't want something to happen and then you leave it up to the courts to determine where those kids get to go live. You get to nominate a guardian and conservator for those minor children in your will.
Right. What are the most common myths that people have when it comes to, estate planning and wills?
I would say the two biggest are, we hear a lot. One is I'm too young. I'm not old enough to need that estate planning. I'm going to save that for when I get older. And Jake talked earlier about powers of attorney, and those are documents where you get to nominate someone to make decisions on your behalf in the event of incapacity. And incapacity could happen at any age. It's not just when you become elderly and maybe have dementia. It could be you're in a car accident driving home from work tomorrow, and you can no longer make a decision for yourself. So you have that healthcare power of attorney to allow someone to make those healthcare decisions for you.
Why use an attorney for something like this? And why not? Can't they do it on their own? Right now, a lot of people use Google, right, for almost everything. They don't know everything, right? Dr. Google doesn't know it all. And they make mistakes. So why go to an attorney for this?
Well, I think, a lot of people do, and that's a myth we hear too, is, well, I can do it for a lot cheaper if I just use a pre-printed form off the internet. And the problem with those is they don't take into consideration everyone's different circumstances. They're sort of a one-size-fits-all. and not everyone is the same. There's blended families, there's adopted children, and all those forms don't fit all those unique circumstances. So it's critical to come talk to an attorney because we can help them look at all their separate needs and then help them determine what will fit best for them.
Well, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win a will. It's a will, and everyone needs one. I'm sorry. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You could check them out on their website. They're valley-wide. They treat everyone as if you're right in their neighborhood because that's the way they like to be with everyone. But you could check them out on their website. It is fmlawaz.com. Their phone number to call. Do you work with people and do free consultations? How does it work when you work with people?
Yeah, for sure. We always offer a free, no obligation consultation, whether that's you have nothing in place and we walk through the details of what you need, or if you already have something in place, we're more than happy to take a look for free at no cost to make sure it meets your needs. So if you're one of those that did do a pre-printed legal form from Google, we're certainly open for no cost to review that, take a look at it, ask you questions to make sure it does fit your needs, and if it does, then you go on your merry way. But if it doesn't, then we can work with you to make sure it's up to snuff, so to speak.
Their phone number to call, they do free consultations. It's 480-534-7355. Again, that website is fmlawaz.com. Call in here, get entered in to win. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. It's a will, and everyone needs one. So maybe it's you. Maybe you know somebody that might need one. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. So what's the process? How does it work when people work with you to do all of this?
Yeah, so it starts out, like you said, with a phone call, or they can email us, but generally people will give us a call. We set up the no obligation consultation. Because of COVID, we're offering virtual consultations through Zoom. Would send you the link and get it all set up. Or you can come to our office. We wear masks as you need. It's about a 30-minute conversation with you. We talk about your family, your children, your desires relative to each of your kids, your finances, any assets you may have. And we get a complete picture of where you're at.
What is the difference between, let's say, a trust and a will? Because some people need that, right? And some people don't need both, but what is the difference between the two?
Well, the principal difference is a trust will help you avoid probate when you pass away with respect to any assets that you transfer into trust during your lifetime. So, a lot of times we hear people, the loved ones passed, and they have to go through this whole probate process with the court, and it can be sort of a long, tedious process, but a trust can help you avoid that probate process.
So why should people choose FM Law?
Like you said, from the very beginning, we treat you like our neighbor. You're family to us. When you walk in, you're talking to an attorney. You're not talking to a paralegal or other legal staff. You speak directly with an attorney. We treat you like family. We're there to answer your questions, take your phone calls. We give you our cell phone so you can contact us directly, and we are there to answer all your questions and hold your hand through the process.
So our lines are open here. We're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. It's a will, and everyone needs one. If you have children that are 18, you need one. It doesn't matter, really, honestly. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. And unfortunately, we live in a different world today than we ever have before. And God forbid that kind of a thing happens. You really need your paperwork in place, right? So you could call them direct. They do free consultations. Their phone number is 480-534-7355. They also will check it out and do a review for you as well, even if you've already had one done. Some things change in life. Medications change. All sorts of things that you need up to date, and this is one of them. If you try to do it on your own and you've tried to do it through Google, not a good idea. They can help you with that too. So you can call them direct at 480-534-7355. It's fmlawaz.com. Keep on calling. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. They work valley-wide, but they treat everyone just like you're their neighbor. Call in here.